Okay, 1 Corinthians 15, 13 through 14, it says, if there is no resurrection of the dead, so he's talking about resurrection of the dead as opposed to resurrection from the dead, meaning Yeshua, then the Messiah has not been raised. And if the Messiah has not been raised, then what we have proclaimed is in vain, also your trust is in vain. This is awful. This is the foundation. When we're not necessarily saved by his resurrection, per se, we're saved by the blood, his death. But if there's no resurrection, we got nothing. I mean, literally nothing. Nothing. It's sad. If this was true, then the Corinthians would have been living in hopeless gloom. I mean, I don't know if you've ever been hopeless, but it's as dark as it comes. If Yeshua didn't rise from the dead, then there could be no salvation. As I said, but wait, you just said you were saved by his blood. Yeah, but if Yeshua didn't rise from the dead, then there would be no way of knowing that his death had been any greater value than any other person's death. It'd just be hearsay, right? You see what I'm saying, of course? Look at the 19th verse of 1 Corinthians 15. Great chapter, unbelievable chapter. If it is only for this life that we have put our hope. You know how people say that? You try to get all these ways to witness to people. You ever see how you do it? You know how bad why you get great results? Because you're going, well, if it's not true, then at least I lived a better life. If it's not true, what did you say? You're a believer? Did you just say what I think you said? Well, if it's not true, at least I lived a decent life. It ain't about your life. That's crazy talk. You have to let people know with beyond a shadow of a doubt, okay, that if they refuse to embrace this great gift that God gave, they will spend the rest of eternity in hell, period. Where there is no love, where there is no light, and it doesn't matter how much they like you or not. If you leave out that part, you are being very unloving. And if you don't believe that, the heck are you doing being a believer? What's the point? Well, at least I have some sense of security. It's fake, but it gets me through the day. What's that, your drug? The resurrection is your drug? Get out of here, man. For the story. You must. If it is only for this life that we have put our hope in the Messiah, he's not saying, well, at least you had a decent life. You know, you're a good husband, you're upstanding citizen. He said that you would be more pitiable than anyone. Now look at the word. You'd be more miserable. You'd be more miserable than anybody else. Pitiable is different than pity. It's lamentable and contemptuous pity. Misery. If this were true, if there was no resurrection, then guys, we'd be hopeless, tormented, and wretchedly miserable.